back at it again, and we have one with Candace Owens. Once before we get into that, actually, hold on. Congrats to Candace Owens. All right, had a beautiful baby girl. So that's always a beautiful thing. Obviously, can't wait till she's back on the scene and absolutely obliterating folks with facts. It's always a joy to watch Candace hit people with facts on top of their head, man. It's a joy to watch. It's part of the reason why we're checking this out. But also we got Charlie Kirk, who let's not get confused. Charlie Kirk's undefeated. He's undefeated in these debates, unless there is a video out there with Charlie Kirk getting or taking a L. Y'all let me know in the comment section if there is, or Candace Owens, or both of them together taking an L in a debate. Let me know. I haven't seen it or heard of it, but if there is one, comment it down below, link it down below, or DM it to me via Instagram or Twitter. All right. Also, before we get into the video, I'm looking for some people to help me out with finding some of these videos on a daily basis. Obviously, I'm kind of a one-man show as it is right now. So if you are interested in that, DM me via Instagram or Twitter. Links are down below, or you can join the Discord server and let me know in there as well too. All right. But thank you guys for all of the continued love and support. With that being said, let's dive in.
Someone who disagrees? You disagree with the Romney-Ryan shirt? Cool.
Ryan 2012. All right, cool. No, I like it. It's ironic. I think it's pretty funny. But so you're very against kind of. You're very you're not a huge fan of socialism. I'm kind of getting that vibe. So
yeah,
I've got two questions. What is in America what is your vision?
Look at the guy in the background. You guys see this guy right here? He's just like, oh man, here we go again. Watch him when she says that.
To kind of, you're very you're not a huge fan of socialism. I'm kind of getting that vibe. So I've got two questions. What is in America what is your vision? What is your perfect idea of healthcare? Because in the UK we very much like our socialized healthcare. Even you guys want to keep it. So what is your vision for perfect healthcare in your Mad Max kind of small government world?
Mad Max, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, kind of like a wasteland, no government. I know it's not like that at all,
You ever heard of LASIK eye surgery before?
Yeah.
So how's LASIK eye surgery regulated in the States?
I'm not sure, how is it?
In the Mad Max world.
Tell me.
Well, in the Mad Max world that you're trying to fearmonger, it's not covered by insurance.
I know it's not true, but it's just
So it's in the private market. So I'd like the U.S. healthcare system to work how the LASIK eye surgery industry has worked over the last 10 years. Where it's a vital organ, not covered by insurance, not covered by government hospitals, not covered by Medicaid, and not covered by Medicare, where it's a cash-only transaction. So over the last 10 years, the most amazing medical advancements around LASIK eye technology have stemmed from America, and the price has gone down dramatically. So it used to be $20,000 per eye, now you can get it $750 per eye. It used to be a 3-week recovery time, now it's a 48-hour recovery time. It's a vital organ, so there's the arguments that somehow this is not necessary, there's not a high level of precision, gets completely and totally dismissed.
Wow. I didn't know that. So no insurance covers LASIK eye surgery, and it went from $20K per eye to $700 and some change. That's crazy. Wow. And only a 48-hour recovery time. They mess with your eyeballs, and all it takes is 48 hours to recover from it. That is insane. I didn't know. Granted, I don't need anything done to my eyeballs. Knock on wood, you know what I mean? Because with my luck, I'll need some type of surgery on my eyeballs tomorrow or something, talking all this mess. It's just my luck, you know what I mean? It's just my luck. But yeah, that's crazy.
Arguments that somehow this is not necessary, there's not a high level of precision, gets completely and totally dismissed. The market works no matter where it is, whether it be in healthcare, food, transportation, housing, technology, communication. So I want more market forces. I want healthcare to be bought across state lines in the states. I want a government that does not pick crony favors of hospitals that make big contributions, or drug companies that have the right lobbyists, or trial lawyers that have proximity to Capitol Hill. The market works no matter where it is tried in the states. It's a totally screwed up system because it's half cronyist, half government run, and there are some really good parts of the U.S. healthcare system if you can afford it. We have the best treatment if you can afford it. You roll your eyes. How do you get things for more people to afford things? Through competition. We do not have that in the U.S. healthcare. So we solve half the equation. Half the equation is quality. The rest of the world benefits from the U.S.
So what does he mean when he says we don't have that in U.S. healthcare. We don't have competition. Don't we have competition though? Does he mean like insurance companies? Does he mean I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the most knowledgeable on this. Granted, I've gone to the doctor maybe once in like the past 4 years, maybe 5 years. So yeah. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like the most knowledgeable on healthcare and all of this stuff. So when he says there's no competition, what exactly does he mean by that? The insurance side or like the actual healthcare side? And we all have different like hospitals, so I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, please. This one, this is over my head. Just being totally honest.
U.S. medical advancements every single year. And half the equation is quality. The rest of the world benefits from the U.S. medical advancements every single year, whether it be heart monitor machines, whether it be pharmaceutical breakthroughs. 90% of the most instrumental and important drugs that are used in this country around the world stem from billions of dollars of research and development incentives that are put in the United States of America. So the rest of the world benefits from the U.S. healthcare industry, whether you like it or not. Now the problem is, how do you get more people the access to higher quality of care? Well, the law of markets that we've learned over the last 200 years, and we've seen and we've all experienced, whether it be how airplanes and cars and technology and phones used to be tools of the rich, and now they're things that we all enjoy for a low price and a high level accessibility, is competition. Capitalism does three things really, really quickly. It lowers prices, raises the quality of good, and allows more people accessibility to those things. Healthcare should be no different, and that's what I like to see in the States.
We don't have it, so just so you know.
Yeah, he's right about the competition aspect. If you have competition, then inevitably, unless the competition's all working together, which then they're not really competition. But if it's true competition, then yeah, you're going to have to lower your prices eventually, because somebody else is going to come in and undercut you. And everyone is going to go to that person or individual for their goods or services instead of you, because you have a higher cost and it's the same quality.
I think at your core you're trying to say we have socialized medicine, it works, and what you guys have overseas doesn't work. We don't have free market healthcare system in America, so that's why it's an absolute disaster.
You want to follow up really quick?
I just have one more thing. So first of all, that was interesting. I've learned something. But just out of interest, so in your world of like small government, I think there's, off the top of my head, I can think of two socialized institutions in America. I've got the postal system and I've got libraries. Would you want to keep libraries in your...
So just, the postal system
Yeah.
is the biggest
Disaster.
joke.
Yeah.
If you make
Yeah,
a joke about
you can say
inefficiency, late mail, things that are misplaced, it is the U.S. postal system. So I would love to privatize the United States postal system because, and we have other companies. We have 3 companies that actually compete for parcel delivery service. DHL,
I want to say I saw something. What was it? I saw something. Maybe it was about the U.S. Postal Service. I want to say it was about ammo or something. Some company that had been shipping out ammo, like a third of it never got to their customers or something. Did you guys see or hear about that story? I can't remember if I watched a video on it or... Yeah, I come across so many videos, as you guys probably know already. When I'm trying to find videos daily, I'm just scrolling through YouTube and I'm probably listening to, and usually I'm listening to a video while I'm searching for other videos. Yeah, I'm a crazy multitasker. But yeah, I want to say I'd listened to that or watched that in a video or something, which is just absolutely crazy and kind of scary. Like, where are people's ammo going? It's kind of weird.
UPS and FedEx. We have 3 companies that actually compete for parcel delivery service. DHL, UPS, and FedEx. And FedEx is headquartered out of Memphis, Tennessee, and does more tons of air cargo freight in the world than any other company because it's privatized.
Who?
And they do it DHL, UPS, and FedEx. And FedEx is headquartered out of Memphis, Tennessee, and does more tons of air cargo freight in the world than any other company because it's privatized, and they do it less per parcel. So privatize the Postal Service. So libraries are local government, not federal government. The Postal Service is subsidized by the federal government ineffectively. Libraries, it's up to the local government. I think there's a role for libraries. I think they're becoming increasingly outdated.
Yes.
Whoa. You're saying like books for everyone? Shouldn't you have personal responsibility to have your own books?
If it's a local tax,
that's a bit of a straw man.
and if you don't want to live in a town with a library, don't move to that town. That's what's amazing about local government is you have the ability and the mobility to move to a place that might represent your values, your interests, your needs or wants more than others. And
I mean, with the advent of the internet, I mean, you kind of don't need a library. I guess if you don't have internet, a library is a good option. But I mean, even like some like restaurants, a lot of restaurants have free Wi-Fi you can use. But yeah, I think eventually libraries can be a thing of the past? What do you guys think? Let me know. By what year do you think libraries will become obsolete? I would say 2040. So about 20 years from now, I think libraries will become obsolete for sure. But I don't know. Y'all talk to me.
If you want a place that has a higher police force or better schools,
Maybe sooner than that.
you move there. And that's what the founders talked about as laboratories of democracy, as Louis Brandeis talked about, the U.S. Supreme Court justice from the 60s and 70s. So we have these competing different markets of democracy. The best ideas will win.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, interesting. Thanks.
Thank you.
So, if I remember correct, quite a few of you have stated that the UK healthcare system isn't really like the best there is. I don't remember hearing anyone say it was like trash, but it isn't great. And this young lady was talking about how fantastic it was and how everyone loves it. And I don't think I've ever heard anyone from the UK say that they love the healthcare system there. So I wanted to state that. If I'm wrong and if I'm remembering incorrectly, please let me know in the comment section. But also, it's crazy how this socialism thing keeps coming back up when we have examples of how terrible it is. Like, it's like one of the one things in life where people deny how bad it is, even though we have examples of how bad it is. Like, it's one thing for people to, I don't know, drink alcohol, right? We all know how bad it is, though, for you. We know that. We acknowledge that. Nobody's out here running around, oh, yeah, drinking alcohol all day, every day is good for you. You should go for it. Like, nobody's vouching for that. We all know how bad it is, but yet some people still do it. But when it comes to like stuff like socialism, and I was just like a thought off the top of my head. I know that probably wasn't the greatest example in the world. I understand that. Forgive me. I don't script these videos at all. But when it comes to things like socialism, like you have examples, but it's completely ignored. And people say it's this wonderful, beautiful, thing that we all need. And I'm like, wait, what in the world is happening? As a matter of fact, I think in a video from the other day, it might have just been a video that I watched on my own, but I think I made a video on it. I don't even know like what's what anymore. These days just be like blending together sometimes. There was a student in a video, and if I remember correct, she was talking about how she just left a class that was teaching socialism. And I guess my concern would be what she had said afterwards. And I'm pretty sure I made a video on this, but she was talking about how wonderful it was. And I'm like, wait a second. They're teaching our college students how wonderful socialism is in socialism class? Huh. We're absolutely doomed. You literally have classes teaching the youth how wonderful socialism is on college campuses. First off, that's a waste of a class. Like, you're just absolutely wasting your money. First off, right? Like, what in the world? What kind of class is that? But two, that professor should be fired because they're lying. We have examples of how terrible it is. And I just don't understand how these examples continually get ignored and how this conversation keeps coming back up. Like, it just keeps rearing its head. And I don't understand why. Does anybody have an answer? Because I'm confused. I'm really confused. But as always, y'all let me know what you thought about this craziness in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.